Yo, is this working? Alright, let's put desktop audio on first. Yo, Carlos, how's it going, my dude? Right, let me just finish. Let me make sure everything is fully set up here. So, I've got to post in the, let everyone in the Discord know that we're actually live now. Because for some reason, the weird bot thing always creates a post as soon as you schedule the stream, which is weird because I scheduled it hours ago. Norbert, how's it going? Hey, Lobster Squad, X-Nan, Luke, hope everyone's staying safe and healthy. Yeah, same to you guys too. Right, let's quit the Discord. I have a few random people follow the Ningen Facebook page, so I should probably post on there saying that we're live as well. Okay. I don't need any of these things open. Right. I'm going to get sorted here now. Hey yo, shout out to Saiyan Kakarot for the, is that $5 Australian? Says, hey Ningen, just wanted to say I really enjoy your content, keep it up. Hey, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate that very much. Never look at the Discord on stream. Yeah, that seems like that would be a bad idea. Lobster Squad in the house. We got Gabriel. Let me move that down to here. Rayna is here. Andrew, Candia. Thought the issue was the Incredible Gem issue, but apparently Dokkan said no. Yeah, it's weird, the item thing. So hopefully the item thing's going to be fixed by Friday. Because could you imagine trying to play the World Tournament, but you can't use items? That's going to be it's going to be awkward. I love Dokkan just at the maintenance as well, like PayPal. AGL Goku hits for over 5 million with a Resurrection of Vegeta and Topo on rotation. Nice. There's an item glitch going on. Yeah, so that's the thing in the latest update is apparently if you on it says certain events and then it proceeds to list like every single event in the game pretty much, or like every category of event. But certain events apparently if you use items, it will cause the app to crash, which is kind of funny because yeah, World Tournament starts on Friday and playing the World Tournament without items would certainly be interesting, to say the least. So, alright, so obviously I made that team building guide video the other day. I have not actually made my team in game because of course the game hasn't been available basically all day. So so we're going to go for extreme physical movie bosses. I'm assuming that a load of people have set their Brolys already, which I guess I should also probably do. Brolys are usually easy to find anyway because of the link leveling. So I want to start out with like the non-rainbow ones, but wow, there's so many rainbow friends, it basically doesn't matter. There are less events on Dokkan at the moment than were pre-3rd anniversary. Wait, did they not add any of those, the ones that they took away? So the let the dice decide idea thing does seem pretty cool. I'm gonna try and think of a way to work it out. But right, so we want to go for movie bosses. And then let's do physical to start with. So we're going to rock you for definite. We'll bring you for support. Probably bring the Broly trio as well. And then if we go to INT, we'll bring the Metal Cooler army and the support Metal Cooler. I feel like this is probably the safest bet to get us through this nice and quickly. Let me change my I changed my leader to Broly as well. Not that one. Troll people. No, I should set the right one. Alright. And there you go. So we jump into stage 1. Physical Broly one-shots till about stage 7 or 8. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. What team would you build when the same name arrives on Global? I'm not sure, because I guess it depends when the update arrives. Because obviously for JP, it's already arriving after the anniversary, so the double UI Goku thing is like a big meme. Being able to run both Golden Freezers on like a Terrifying Conquerors and Transformation Boost team with Cooler is pretty ridiculous. Same with double Janemba on like movie bosses. The good one for me as well, I mentioned it like as I guess it's kind of a meme, but you guys know how much we love Bardock over on this channel. Well, now we can actually run the physical LR Bardock on the AGL Bardock team, which will be his best team by far. So that's actually really, really good for him. The fact that you're now able to run him like on that team, that is a huge buff for him. So. Wow, Rainbow, let's bring them just because. Watch them not even be on rotation. But a Rainbow Broly trio, friend. Yo, Kenny, how's it going, my dude? And Paul, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, that's right. Hit that like button, guys. Help me out. Help promote the stream across the channel. Well, across YouTube, I guess. Anyone who's looking for YouTube, looking on YouTube for Dokkan content, the more likes on the stream, the more likely it is that YouTube will randomly recommend the stream to them if they've never seen the channel before. So it does help your boy out if you smash that like button. So I have my Rainbow Broly set to help anyone. Yeah, that's the good thing about EZAs is the friend system obviously does need a lot of work, but at least during EZAs, like the majority of the community does set like the best kind of leader for the current EZA. So for at least the first couple of days, it's not very difficult to find the leader that you need, which is obviously very good. So chilling and got INT Super Gogeta's EZA done. STR Bojack pulled in one multi at the end of it. Hey, nice. That's what we like to see. Keep getting like very similar rotation. Let's let Cooler actually do some work here because we just keep getting Broly in slot 1. So we'll let physical Cooler finish things off here. Yo, D1 or Didge is that supposed to be? How's it going, my dude? Goten raises defense, but Goku has movie boss damage reduction and links. True. Oh, who is better for Rainbow Orbs or movie heroes? Yeah, I guess it depends on the rest of your team build, because even without a full tech like rotation, well, actually, yeah, it kind of depends. Like if it's an event where you can seal, then the Tech God Goku is also quite useful as well, because that can be a useful ability. But yo, Stray, how's it going, my dude? I was supposed to be sleeping, but maintenance is over. Damn, time to grind the EZA before bed. Let's give my boy a wrench over here. Everyone say hello to Stray, one of the 5'9" boys. Did a lot of the editing for the 5'9" Dokkan Awards, which I hope you guys have all checked out at this point. Oh yeah, let's let the... Oh, well, we can't even get any decent amount of orbs, so I was going to say, let's let the Broly trio go first, but there's not really much they can do on this rotation, unfortunately. I still think rainbowing a unit to sell it for coins is kind of rough. I mean, this is what I was saying on Twitter before. Like, it's not ideal, but it's still better than nothing, which is what we had before. But yeah, like, units that you wanted to rainbow, like, obviously it'll be good for that because you can just get rid of the dupes. But I kind of do agree. Like, for me, for example, the GoBros, I have the SSR version of them now, like, all paths open and not rare. Well, I suppose actually that's a bad example because the only reason I have that is because I have the actual one rainbow. So I probably wouldn't have kept those copies because I will never ever use the SSR of the GoBros. But obviously you can't sell units that you got before the update anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But once the update does come to global, it means any future GoBros are going to be off to the coin shop. So the biggest thing is waiting to see like how many coins we're actually going to get per unit, because honestly I would be surprised if it's more than one. But we'll see. I can't wait to keep pulling STR Oob, who I won't rainbow. Well, he's going to get an EZA eventually because he's tied to the Hero Extermination event, I'm pretty sure. So at some point he will get an Extreme Z area, and who knows, they could give him like the physical fat boo treatment and he could actually be really, really good. So here again, a whole bunch of INT Grand Kais, which I'm going to keep because I actually have a second copy. Thanks to it was during the anniversary, I think, when I was summoning for LR STR GOGETA. I think I pulled the INT one at least like 6 or 7 times before I actually pulled the LR, and I already had them rainbowed. So I do have a second copy of INT GOGETA at Super Attack 5 just sat in my we can't get 7 orbs with them, really. Wanted that guaranteed dodge. But yeah, I've got a spare INT GOGETA. I don't actually have him awakened yet, though. That was one of the things I was going to do ideally before the stream. I think I managed to do like 1 run on the event before the game went back into maintenance again, but if it's 1 coin, Dokkan is really cheap. I mean, again, it's still better than nothing. Like, it'll be a shame if it's 1, especially because you do have to rainbow the unit first. But you got to remember that you get 1 for doing a single summon. And you get 10 for a multi, which gives you a guaranteed SSR. So you think, like, they're never going to give a big number like, say, 10. Because then if you do a multi-summon for 50 gems, that's going to give you 10 coins. And then if the guaranteed SSR that you get in that multi is one that you don't want, that you already have rainbow, then you're essentially getting 2 multis worth of coins out of that 1 multi. So I don't think it's... I think it's definitely not going to be anywhere near as high as 10. Maybe it could be like 2 or 3, but honestly, like I say, I'll be surprised if it's more than 1. But 5 to 10 coins, or we riot. I'll just keep hanging on to my 5 spare copies of Tech Vegeta Blue for once he gets his EZA. I mean, yeah, that's the problem, is obviously any spare units that you've got now, you can't sell them when the update comes out anyway. But the thing is, people are getting mad about that. But, like, who's been saving SSRs to randomly sell in the future? Because we didn't think that was ever going to be a thing. Like, I randomly keep SSRs just because, like, you know, they might get an EZA or something like that. But I wasn't keeping them in the hopes that I could sell them one day. So remember to keep spare copies for Ningen's favourite event, Chain Battle. Well... my favourite event, Chain Battle. In fact, let me show you guys. I'll give you a stream. We'll give you a stream exclusive. I made a meme earlier that I'm probably going to post on Twitter maybe tomorrow, or I might incorporate it into a thumbnail. But I will show you guys it here live. You get to see a nice sneak peek on the stream. If I can find where I saved it to. There you go. So yeah, I'll probably post that like tomorrow or something. But yeah. Right, so Stage 8. It's true. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to tweet it out with the caption, spoiler alert, you can't. Because no one will be able to change my mind that Chain Battle is better than World Tournament. And the thing is, I don't even particularly like World Tournament. It's just, I hate Chain Battle so much. It's too much RNG, and even if I have, like on the last one, the Omega one was a really good example, right? Because I have a spare copy of the Tech Super Saiyan 4 GOGETA and a spare copy of the Tech Full Power GOKU, I actually had a really, really good supporter team, and I kept seeing loads of people getting like a really good high score with my team. And then, yeah, I just couldn't find like any really good friends, so it took me ages to even get to the 100 million. And I only just managed to finish in the top 1%. And that's one of the things that annoys me about it, is even though my supporters, like my team, I had the perfect setup, but I just couldn't find like a really good one for me to use. And then every time I found, there was one evening where I did reset a couple of times with a couple of stones. I found the best combination of super and extreme, like friend teams, that I'd been able to find up to that point. It was like the highest score I'd managed to get with all of those units put together. And then every single time I reset it and picked the same people, and every single time the options of units that it gave me to pick, for where you have to pick the 3 units in the middle of the fight, were absolutely terrible, like every single time. So even though I'd found the best team setup that I'd possibly found up until that point, the RNG still found a way to screw me over. So whereas World Tournament, at least you know what you're getting. Like, it's a grind, but ever since they changed, they updated the missions so that once you get to 23 million points, you get 1 guaranteed copy of the reward card. I think that was a huge update, because then for most people, even if you don't want to play it like all over the weekend, it doesn't take that long to get to the 23 million points, get your guaranteed copy of the new card, and then you can stop if you want. It doesn't take too much longer to get to 30 million to finish all the rewards, so you can get some extra Kais and stuff. So normally that's what I suggest to like most people, is you might as well do the 30 million like points missions, and then after that obviously you can stop. And the amount of time you have to invest to get the 30 million points, it's a little bit more than doing only 5 runs of Chain Battle every day, but the overall rewards that you get are better. And because the other thing that sucks is I managed to finally get that top 1%, and then you guys, if you saw the video, I then did my treasure like box openings and just got a load of garbage. So even the rewards are RNG, so it makes it even worse. Well, I think that was that the first time we didn't one turn the stage? Oh, well, they should take him out for normal attack. Lame bow, exactly. Explosive lame bow. Chain Battle sucks. All my homies hate Chain Battle. Exactly. 30 million is easy, just auto farm team of times 30. Yeah, exactly. Like, and the thing is, if you wanted to spread it out longer but also make it easier, you could just play it on like times 20 difficulty or whatever. It obviously takes longer to get that many points, but then you have to try even less and pay even less attention. But yeah, with the number of like good AoE units in the game now, especially considering there's a bunch that are free to play, like that second form Freezer, and it's, you know, it's not as much of an annoyance as it used to be. Well, we're really not getting any good opportunities for this Broly trio, are we? Every time we get them on like the starting rotation, we don't have a whole bunch of orbs that we can pick up. But I mean, they're still, mine are only 55%, and I haven't link leveled them or anything, so they're still able to do okay. I can do it 10 million a day, thankfully, unless really busy. Yeah, exactly, because I mean, the thing is, at the weekend, unless there's like a specific like Super Battle Road thing you want to try and do or something like that, there's not really anything else to do on that weekend unless you have some other specific goal in mind. So even if you don't grind it non-stop, like you have time to get stuff to do. But yeah, Jacko and Chaozu laughs at no item World Tournament. I mean, the thing is, like, yeah, it's easy enough most of the time to not have to use items, but obviously you get those rotations sometimes where you don't have Jacko and Chaozu, and especially on times 30, and you can just tell by the rotation. It's like if I don't use a Ghost Usher or like a Yema, a good combo is to use like a Barber item and a Yema, so they can't super, and then the Yema obviously gives you massive damage reduction, or just use the Ghost Usher. But yeah, there'll be certain turns where you have to do that. You like literally have to, or you'll just die. And so if this item glitch thing is still in effect, then that's going to be a massive pain. So I guess we'll have to see. Hopefully it'll be fixed by then, and hopefully not by them having to do another massively long maintenance, because obviously that would be pretty annoying. But wow, they get so much extra key from rainbow orbs that... sorry, from physical. I guess it's because they're picking up 2 or more physical, but that's good. Why item glitch? It's a thing in the news, so after the last maintenance, they're apparently in most events at the moment, if you use an item, it will cause the app to crash, which is quite funny. So fortunately for us, for the stream, we are busting out the EZAs where we can't use items anyway, so... Yo, Pedro, how's it going, my dude? New update has glitches, yeah, exactly. Tried my 90% EZA level 10 links in GOGETA, 4 million attack stat, 115k defense, the best in the yeah, nice. Yeah, he's really, really good. Definitely up there with like Super 17 in terms of the best 120 leader on global. On JP, considering what I've seen of him so far from videos and stuff, I think the physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks might actually be the best 120 leader now. He is absolutely insane. Crazy damage output, and then instead of being slightly weak in the defensive department, they decided to just completely reverse that and make him really, really good in the defense department. So he is actually ridiculous. See if I never use item string while tournament. See, I use them all the time, because the thing is, when you're on times 30, especially in the final, where the enemy is more likely to super attack you, if you get into the fight and then you've got like 2 or 3 of them attacking you in slot 1, and you don't have Jacko or Chaozu on the rotation, it's pretty much a guarantee that if you don't use an item, you're gonna die. So, truth is, wait, what? Wow, what have I done? When he was using Gotenks, said Gogeta was still better. Oh, okay, well. I guess, because actually, yeah, I think I saw someone post the link earlier, didn't he? He's done the updated video, because he did the, like the, I hate saying private server, because it isn't that, but the private server video, once the data had come out. But I think I saw earlier, he updated the actual video now that his one is EZA'd, but I haven't seen that one. But I guess it does depend on the event, because Gotenks can get some ridiculously high defense, and when you hit his 11 key super, he's super effective against all types. So if you've given him a bunch of additional as well, you could get the 11 key super and then additional into the 9 to 10, and that will be super effective as well, because you've already activated that ability. So on a turn where he double supers, he's got really good defense and will do a ridiculous amount of damage regardless of the enemy typing. So I mean, obviously, INT GOGETA has that super effective against all types as well, so he's obviously a strong boy, but we're still all about that Super 17 life up in here as well. So yeah, Lord Slug is a good option here, especially if he transforms, because that gives you a couple of turns of free damage, and you're still using a unit that has the bonus category and has type advantage. So he'll be able to do decent damage even when he transforms. Might be a little bit more of an issue to get his super attack, because obviously the way that links and stuff don't work when you're in those giant form modes. But if you link him with the INT GOTENKS, he can get his 11 key super easily. Yeah, that's the other thing as well, because he links really well with the even though they don't have fierce battle, unfortunately, but links really well with the INT GOTENKS and Ghost, who is a ridiculously good unit for things like Super Battle Road and stuff. So having them two on rotation together is going to be very good. And then on the other rotation, you can have like the INT GOGETA and then like Super Saiyan 4 GOGETA, and you're just going to be tearing things up. So, but yeah, we did get the barbershop update as well, which was one of the things we've kind of joked about on the podcast before, that's one of the biggest like actual global shafts that has been in place for a long time. The fact that we didn't have the ability to get like Whis and a bunch of medals and stuff that have been available in the barbershop on JP for ages, that's been changed. Somebody in 5.9 posted a screenshot in our Discord of like when the first maintenance had ended, and they went into the game and went into the barbershop, and they had a Whis there ready to buy. So, as someone who does a lot of Super Battle Road videos and stuff, I'm running incredibly low on Whis items. So, now being able to buy them from the barbershop is a huge advantage for me. So, yeah, ESBR as well. That physical GOTENKS is going to be super good for the Fusion Extreme Super Battle Road. Yeah, the mouse item as well, because obviously we've only ever been able to get like a few of them, and then if you've used them, that's pretty much it. Like, the gem units are still limited, unfortunately. Okay, so yeah, it's not fully, we're not fully on par with JP then, but because yeah, there's somebody in one of the groups that I'm in who wasted a bunch of the Krillin dupes, the STR Krillin dupes ages ago. And so he doesn't actually have enough spare copies of them to rainbow the actual STR one and EZA him. So he can't do the Prime Battle Frieza EZA, which is really unfortunate. And that is something that I feel like they should have addressed like much quicker. But the GOAT Super Saiyan 3 Broly. That was one of the first like dumb meme like thumbnails that I made recently. The one of all the EZA 120 leaders in the cafeteria thing. I thought that was pretty funny. Also, the which Super Saiyan Blue Goku is the best thumbnail. I had a lot of fun making that earlier as well. I'm almost out of Zenny. How to get more quickly? Honestly, the easiest way to get more Zenny quickly is to just do more stages of an EZA. So if you've already done the 30 stages to get all the medals, just do a couple more extra, like above stage 30, because every stage that you beat gives you Hercule statues. And so because there's at least 2 where I've gone like way past stage like 200, I've been at that point where I've been at like maximum Zenny basically forever. Whenever a new unit comes out, I can EZA them, and then I probably still have enough Hercule statues in my inventory to just sell to go straight back up to being at full. Link leveling. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. I used to grind EZAs and see how high I could get in like basically all of them, and I don't really do that anymore now, because any spare time where I'm not particularly doing specific things for events or whatever, I usually just link grind. So, because that's the thing, getting to like a really high stage on an EZA doesn't really get me anything, because I don't need the Zenny. Whereas obviously link leveling, I've got a whole bunch of characters that need link leveling. So, fortunately, I did manage to, I think, yeah, I tweeted out the screenshot last night, but I managed to get INT GOGETA's final link to level 10, which had been stuck at level 9 for weeks, until I managed to get that to go up to 10 just before the maintenance started last night. So he is good to go. I would advise you not to go past stage 100 of the family Kamehameha EZA. That is one of the ones that I am past stage 100. I can double check after this stage. and see where exactly I am. But where's your favourite EZA? What unit? Or I would say, I mean, it's probably Super 17, right? Just because he's so good. But I'm trying to think, because obviously he's only good on certain teams, so it's not like I use him all the time. Physical Vegito Blue is obviously a very common answer, but he is ridiculous and is run on most of the like super strong teams. Yeah, let me check, because it depends what other EZAs are up at the moment. Well, actually, the family Kamehameha one's up all the time, isn't it? So where is it? Yeah, see, that's my highest one, the AGL Broly, stage 355. And then, yeah, there's the, that's the family Kamehameha one, got to stage 202. So, because of those, just pretty much because, I mean, some of these, as you can see, I've got past, like, stage 100 or whatever, but just thanks to those two, like, going way past 100, I've had, like, more Zenny than I know what to do with for a long time. So, I had GOGETA rainbowed and I didn't even know. Nice. Well, at least you got him rainbowed and good to go. So, I have a bunch of the other 120 leaders, like with like spare copies, rainbowed, and with like spare copies at SA5 ready for their EZA. How did you get past stage 200? I don't know. I think it's mostly a extreme AGL, like movie bosses team. I think I put Tech Caulifla in there near the end as well, because she can auto dodge as long as you keep, because you fight Goku past stage 30, so she gets the auto dodge against him. I can't remember if I did put her in though, because I haven't touched it for a long time. I can check after this one, I guess, what team it was that we used. But let's get that double super. Let's go. I do like their animations. It's really unfortunate that their card got shafted just because of how few like categories they're on, because they are a fun card. I feel like I would use them a lot more if they were on more categories. But yeah, I'll show you guys very quickly the team for the family Kamehameha. I'm not. Look at that. I'm not even number 1. I'm number 9 on my friends list. Oh, well, actually, this guy I know hacked, which is why his team's so bad. But 459. I feel like this is cheating as well, because Universe 6 team is not what you're supposed to use for this. But yeah, this is my team. So it's basically... technically, it's a target Goku team that's made up of movie bosses. And then I put Tech Caulifla on there because she has the automatic dodge against Goku. But yeah, as you can see, there's a couple of people, like this guy on my friends list. I know this run is legit, because this team is definitely legit. And he's at stage 299. So... yeah, GT Trio. I don't care about the GT Trio, because I don't like GT in general. But they are another unit that they would be a lot more fun to use if they were on better categories. But yeah, this week, like today, I had so much fun today. I had the day off. I was awake when that first news update came out about the coins thing. So I made a video about that. Then we got some other updates. And even though the maintenance thing was annoying, like we had a lot of just like people posting and memeing and stuff on the timeline and all that stuff. Like today's been a very, very good day for Dokkan players, despite the annoyance of the super long maintenance for Global. But a lot of hype stuff being announced, like the video I put out earlier about the visual change thing, the fact that we're potentially going to get a visual change or potentially revival mechanic character for Saiyan Day, which means that would be it coming to Global early. So I don't like GT. The SSJ4 form wants to have a meeting. Well, so this is the thing. I've said this a lot on like previous streams and stuff, but yeah, I don't like GT in general, but I do like Super Saiyan 4 as a form, and I do like Super 17 and I like the concept of the Shadow Dragons, but I think most of the Shadow Dragons themselves are actually lame. But I like the idea behind the Dragon Balls having stored up negative energy and then releasing a bunch of like evil dragons. I think that's a really cool idea. I just think that like most of the Shadow Dragons themselves are really lame. Like, it's really only like Sin, Ice, and Nova that are kind of cool, and then obviously Omega once he absorbs them all. Like, I like that idea as well, like him absorbing all the other ones to become Omega. I think that's cool. But GT, I think, is very summed up easily by that classic phrase of like it had good ideas but was executed like poorly. And yeah, plus like the whole first part of the series I think is really lame. Like the whole just traveling around the universe to find the Black Star Dragon Balls. Like nothing about that whole saga is really interesting to me. And of course Baby, like I've never been able to take Baby seriously because I think he's a cool villain in terms of his story and his design and stuff, but the fact that his name is Baby just completely throws me off. It's such a lame name for like the main antagonist of a Dragon Ball saga. But his name is literally Baby. So yeah, not a big fan of that, but I do like his design, and of course the fact that like Super Baby 2 is technically like, I guess he's like almost like the GT version of Vegeta Black in a way, because it's somebody else like possessing Vegeta's body. But Baby was trash. His behaviour fits the name, especially his temper tantrums. Someone Trunks got hurt in a car crash. Wow, 3.75 million on the Broly trio. 55% by the way. Super 17. Yeah, the Super 17 arc is, again, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I like the design of Super 17, and I like the idea of having the, like, Hellfighter one fusing with the other one to create Super 17. But just the actual execution, again, is not great. Like, the arc itself is not perfect. But yeah, Super 17 is awesome. I really want them to make a new Super 17 that is like Hellfighter 17 and GT 17 that fuse into Super 17. Because the animation, now that they pretty much take them straight out of the show, like the animation for them fusing was really cool. Someone actually tweeted it at me ages ago, just the actual clip from GT, like of them fusing, and it is very cool. So, yo, Nicholas, how's it going, my dude? Welcome to the stream. Da baby. That was a mess of a saga. It didn't make sense. Maybe it's called Super 17. Yeah, Super 17 is a cool character. I like the idea of having the fact that he has the full energy absorption, and like his event is kind of cool in this with like the barrier and stuff. It'd be kind of interesting. I guess I don't want them to just copy and remake stuff from GT, but like it would be kind of cool in like if Super ever comes back, or obviously they're doing stuff in the anime, having like a Super version of Super 17, because they brought back and redid Broly. I feel like if they were going to do that again, though, it's probably Cooler that would get that treatment next. But something like that for Super 17 would be cool. But I don't think it will ever happen, because overall his popularity is probably not very high among most people. But I think he's cool. But yeah, GT, as much as I like some of the concepts from it, I don't really like it as a whole. And then Super, someone in the chat said GT or Super. At the end of the day, Super had a lot of problems, but it had so much like hype stuff. And it was just awesome to have Dragon Ball back again. Like, I remember one of my friends from work came over to my place and we watched the final episode together. And like, it was so hype watching that episode with somebody else that was also super into Dragon Ball. And like watching Goku and Frieza have to team up to take down Jiren. Like, we were both getting so hyped. It was awesome. And so yeah, Super definitely had its issues, but it gave us so much good stuff. Like, I really, really like Zamasu and Goku Black as characters. I think, although the end of that arc sucks, I hate the whole, like, the ass pull, like, spirit sword, and then the stupid, like, Zamasu merging with the universe, like, weird stuff. I'm not a big fan of that, but overall, I think the good stuff that we got out of Super, I think, outweighs, like, the bad stuff. So a revamped GT would be better than Super, potentially, if it was done well, but 17 is a happy man with a family. Don't want to see him becoming a murderer. Well, yeah, I guess, because I don't know what happens afterwards, because I guess he just gets destroyed, right? And then 17's just not there anymore. I don't even remember, like, the end part of that arc, so... Because I know one of the things they teased in Heroes, I don't think it's actually happened in the episode yet, but there was, like, a end of episode tease of, like, the actual Dragon Ball Super, like, Ranger 17, like, squaring up against Super 17, which is kind of cool. But... Yo, Omar, how's it going, my dude? Who do you think we're getting for Goku Saiyan Day? Man, it's hard to say. I do think that a God Goku, with the whole, like, powering down to Super Saiyan and then powering up again, all that sort of stuff, like, that's something that could definitely be on the cards, especially because of this the costume mechanic thing being in the game, potentially. But that Trunks arc should have never existed. Well, see, I don't agree with that. Like, I don't like the end, but Goku Black and Zamasu stuff is really, really cool. So... GT is good, but GT kind of nerfed Vegeta and villains. Well, yeah, like Vegeta... I wish they had done a little bit more with Vegeta outside of him. Because other than, like, really turning up at the end and, like, getting Super Saiyan 4 to help Goku with Omega, he doesn't really do a huge amount. Like, it would have been really cool if, when it was him by himself having to try and fight off, like, Baby and stuff, it would have been cool if he'd been a little bit more successful in that regard. But Super wasn't that great till the Tournament of Power. I don't know, like the Universe 6 tournament was pretty cool when we first saw it. The Tournament of Power, like, there's certain parts of it that I don't really like either. I feel like it drags a little bit. Goku is the one who killed off every villain in GT, which is kind of disappointing. Yeah, exactly. They should have... that would have been a cool way for them to make the Shadow Dragon stuff a little bit more interesting, is have, like, each of the main characters fight, like... some of the Shadow Dragons, like, and actually make them all cool, because some of them were just stupid characters, pretty much. But actually make them all cool, like cool designs and everything, and then just have some of the other people take them out. Mustache Vegeta. No, we don't talk about that. TOP missing Cell and Boo is a... Nah, not really. GT stands for Goku time. Yeah, because that's the thing, right? Like, I guess you could argue Cell, maybe, but, like, you couldn't really use Boo in the same way that they used Frieza in the Tournament of Power. You possibly could with Cell, because obviously, like, the fact that he even has the Cell games in the first place, that comes from the, like, competitive side of his character that comes from, like, the Saiyan cells and stuff. But, I don't know. You probably could write it in the same way they did with Frieza, where they convince him that obviously, you know, if he doesn't help, the whole universe is getting erased, so it's kind of in his best interest as well, which is literally exactly what they say to Frieza, pretty much. But, I don't know, I like it being Frieza. I do think there's that sort of, there is that real, like, sort of poetic thing, the fact that, you know, Frieza is like... Well, I guess Goku doesn't really care that much about Frieza, but Goku is Frieza's arch enemy, and he was the first big main antagonist, like, you know, the unstoppable terror that was going to conquer the universe until Goku stepped up to become the legendary Super Saiyan and defeat him. The fact that, like, the Tournament of Power, to save their universe, it had to end up with them working together. Like, that was so cool. Because even as someone who I don't particularly care about Frieza, like, I think he's a cool villain character, but I wouldn't say he's, like, one of my favourite characters or anything. So I wasn't, like, super hyped to see him and Goku, like, potentially fight side by side. But when it actually happened at the end of that, like, episode, it was so good. So is the androids and Gohan's antagonist. They never told us what Trunks is doing in Super. And yeah, so a lot of weird stuff like happened in Super that I feel like they could have, you know, skipped over or whatever. But yeah, no, I did try out Legends when it first came out. I just didn't really get on with the gameplay, so I didn't really like it. So I didn't see the point of sticking with it. And then obviously I've been watching it, like, as people on the timeline play it. I've been keeping an eye on like updates and stuff like that, and I feel like I definitely missed out on a lot of the pain early on. Like, I've seen people complaining about Legends like non-stop since it came out, pretty much. And obviously the big thing for me is I'm nowhere near as big of a whale as like some people, so for me I can't afford to, like, you know, play multiple gacha games at the same time. So a world tournament going to be a nightmare if the item glitch is not fixed. Yes, this is very true. I think the Super manga will get an anime. I feel like they should at some point, right? Because, like, why has the anime not come back? It's not like they haven't got any ideas, because the manga already has now a whole full other arc that hasn't been animated, and now they've started the next new one as well. So the other thing that annoys me about GT is, and I've talked about this on streams multiple times before, but there's certain bits in it that just really annoy me because they don't make sense. Like, I don't know what the line is in the original Japanese version, but in the English dub in the first episode, this is an example that I've brought up loads of times in the past. When Goku and Oob are done training, right at the beginning of the episode, I think it is, pretty much, they come out of the time chamber and, like, collapse on the floor because they're all worn out and beaten up from fighting. And then Dende comes over to them and then turns around and shouts out, "Mr. Popo, quick, get the first aid kit." And it's like, who wrote the scripts for this? Like, Dende literally has healing powers with his hands. Why would he say that? And then the other thing that really annoys me is during the Omega fight at the end, when all of the other Saiyans are trying to help distract Omega so that Goku and Vegeta are confused. There's a bit where Pan is all like, "Oh wow, is fusion really that good? Is it really that, like, amazing? They're going to be able to beat him if they fuse?" And then, like, Goten and Trunks are there and they're like, "Yeah, Pan, fusion is amazing," but they don't think to, like, do it themselves, even though it's basically the only thing that they ever do of any relevance in the show is fuse into Gotenks. And yet they don't think to do it, even though they're literally talking about fusion. Like, I don't understand that at all. They're trying to go all out to keep Omega at bay for as long as possible. You think they would use their trump card, which is them fusing into Gotenks. But there you go. GT dub is so bad compared to the sub. Yeah, I feel like the dub probably doesn't help, but plus there's the whole like weird thing with the Supreme Kai and Elder Kai, like, trying to pull out Goku's tail, which we have as the support memory, and looks kind of sus. I hate the way they had Vegeta go SS4. Like, come on, that's the best they could come up with. Yeah, it sucks that they couldn't just have him, like, achieve it on his own. They had to use the like, device thing. I think that kind of sucks. But then I guess, like, the people that were writing it just didn't really care enough about Vegeta and his character, and that's kind of reflected in how poorly he's used in GT overall. But because what would have been really cool is the idea that Baby, while he was in control of Vegeta's body and in control of, like, Bulma and everybody and all that stuff, he was the one that, like, got Bulma to create the device that could help him transform into a golden ape. So it's not like Vegeta's fault that he took a shortcut, because it wasn't really him. It was Baby in control of his body. But if it was up to me, all they would have had to have done to add, like, some coolness factor is when Vegeta shows up at the end, like, of the Omega bit to help Goku. They should have just cut out that whole bit with, like, Bulma and the mobile, like, the Blutz generator thing on, like, a car. They should have cut that whole bit out, and then when Vegeta showed up at the end to help Goku, Goku could have made some little, like, you know, jokey Goku type comment of like, oh, it took you long enough to get here, Vegeta. And then Vegeta could have said something like, oh, I couldn't come until, like, I'd perfected doing this all by myself, and then just go Super Saiyan 4 all by himself. Like, just to show that he'd actually unlocked it himself, like, properly. That would have been sick. But, I mean, then that would be GT being smart and good, so. Does any series care about Vegeta, though? I mean, the thing is, unfortunately, that's just kind of the way that shonen anime works. Like, even though Dragon Ball is at the forefront, it is still very much, it does follow a lot of the tropes of, like, shonen anime. And one of those is the fact that, unfortunately, at the end of the day, the main character is going to be the one who gets the dubs over the villains. So Vegeta does get his cool moments here and there, but, like, unfortunately at this point, even as someone who is a massive Vegeta fan, I kind of just have to accept that we're probably never going to see Vegeta actually get the win over, like, a major villain. But he still gets to have some really cool moments. I really liked the Super Saiyan Blue evolution, like, thing in the Tournament of Power. Like, that little cutscene that he has, which is his revival skill for the LR from the anniversary, where he, like, has the vision of Trunks and Bulma and Bulla. And he has that whole speech about with Toppo about the fact that he, like, refused to lose to somebody that would throw away their pride. Like, that whole bit was sick. Like, that's a very cool, like, in character Vegeta moment. And yeah, unfortunately, you know, he was never going to end up being the one that got the win over, like, Jiren. But it was cool. Yes, that is true though. Vegeta absolutely should have been the one to kill Frieza in Resurrection of F. I mean, he was about to, obviously, but he took a little bit too long, and then Frieza blew up the planet, and then the time rewind thing. Like, it is kind of a shame, but yeah, that was so good. Like, even just that bit up until Frieza, like, sneakily blew up the planet. But that whole bit's so good, where he's just like, you had no idea, did you? I've been a Super Saiyan for years. And now I, too, have the power of a god. Like, that bit is so good. And then he just, like, beats the ever-loving crap out of him. Like, that was so good. I watched that in the cinema as well. It was amazing. But, unfortunately, yeah, he got robbed of the win yet again. But he had a chance to kill him indeed. I mean, yeah, to be fair, that's the funny thing about that movie. I mean, they did obviously have their hands full with Broly, which is kind of the whole point, but no one really, because if you think about it, like, the fact that Frieza basically has proved in that movie that he's constantly going to be a problem, after they finish fighting Broly, why doesn't Gogeta just kill Frieza? Shout out to Ian for the $2 donor. He says, what's your favourite fusion, Vegito or Gogeta? For me personally, it's Gogeta. I just like the design of the fusion, like, characters with the whole, like, the way the, like, outfit that they have. I like I almost said Stardust Breaker, but that is one of the names for it, I guess. Like the Soul Punisher. Obviously all the crazy moves and all the insane stuff that he does in the new Broly movie. But at the end of the day, I don't have a huge preference. I think both of them are cool. And I do think that people who get big mad arguing over which one is better is stupid, because they are essentially the same character. But what if Vegeta became a god of destruction? That'd be pretty sick. It's the kind of thing I could see happening in the future, because it's not like... And I say in the future, I mean, like, if they ever definitively draw a line under, like, Goku and Vegeta's story and don't ever go back to them again, which... who knows if that would ever happen, but I could see that being the end for Vegeta, because it's not something that Goku is particularly interested in. But have you got any new goodies from the half-updated barbershop? I haven't personally yet, no. Oh, I didn't mean to click that straight away, but there you go. Frieza is a sore loser anyway, since he always blows up the planet before losing. True. Watching the movies in the theater was yeah, it was so good. Watching Dragon Ball Super Broly in the theater was amazing. So good. Gogeta never lost, Vegito never wins. True. Shout out to Elprez Cat for the $3 dono. No item world tournament winning runs streak cap at what number? Yeah, exactly. Who knows? It's going to be interesting to see. So for me, this weekend with the world tournament, I am actually working. And when I work, I'm working days. And when I work my day shifts, I work 12-hour shifts, 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. But in the UK, the world tournament starts at like 6:30 a.m., which is when I'll be in the middle of like making my way to work. So basically, as soon as I get to work, I can just get set up and start playing and basically play the world tournament like non-stop for like 12 hours. So we're definitely getting those last 2 copies to Rainbow Demon King Piccolo this time around, because I am going to be going ham on the world tournament. So yeah, they forgot to remove the limiters on the Incredible Gem units, which is annoying. Shout out to that one dude. How's it going? Actual channel member in the chat. You guys can see his name there if you become a member of the channel. It's kind of like a Twitch subscription, although it's slightly cheaper than that. You get the Timebreaker mask emote thing next to your name, as well as a couple of emotes that you can use, like the Timebreaker mask. And there's a Super Battle Road King one as well. It's like the Timebreaker mask logo with a crown and the Infinity Gauntlet. I need to add some more stuff like that and start promoting that a bit more, because it's not something I really mention that much. But the channel membership thing is there as an option if you guys want to help support the channel. Obviously, don't expect anyone to do that, but I do appreciate all you guys that help to support me. So Vegito beat Boo, like he's way stronger than him, he needs to get Gohan and the others out of him. Yeah, exactly. Like, if they didn't need to rescue everybody that was absorbed by Boo, it's pretty obvious that Vegito could have just destroyed Boo. Because that's the thing, he never really got completely serious with him, and it is because he needed to save like all the people that had been absorbed. But I don't think you can watch that fight from the Boo saga and not get the impression that if he really wanted to, like, Vegito could have just destroyed Boo. But he toyed with him a lot. Do you think that Saiyan Day we will see the glorious EZA of LR STR Broly? I mean, it's possible. That's it's actually interesting. So I've been working on a really big project. It's taking me a long time because I'm doing all the editing myself. And don't get me wrong, the editing is not super fancy because I'm not like that good at it, but it's, you know, I'm trying my best to make it as good as possible, so it is taking me a while. But I do have a special video coming out this coming week. I mean, I can tell you guys, here you go, another exclusive of being here at the stream. You guys get to find out a little bit earlier, but I reached out to a bunch of other Dokkan YouTubers. I think I might have mentioned this on a previous stream, but I don't know if I went into as much detail. But I reached out to a bunch of other Dokkan YouTubers, and I asked them, I gave them a list of headings for them to get back to me about designing their own custom Saiyan Day celebration. So I asked them, what would the theme be? Who would the new summonable unit be? Who would the new side banner unit be? Which units get EZAs, and then if there's going to be an Infinite Dragon Ball History stage to go along with your celebration that fits that theme, like what would the fights be, right? Because it's normally 8 to 9 stages and it follows like the theme of whatever that stage is supposed to be. And a bunch of them did get back to me, so we've got entries from Truth, Goresh, Toon Rami and J Fanta, as well as obviously my own one that I put in there. So yeah, hopefully that video is going to be out sometime later this week, because obviously I want to get it out before we actually find out what the Saiyan Day stuff is going to be. But oh wow, there you go, that was stage 30. I didn't even realise. So we only got to rank 4 though, so who on my friends list has actually bothered to go higher? So Uni went to stage 50, everybody else is just at stage 31. Alright, let's do one more, why not? Push ourselves up to that next stage so we can be above a couple of other people. Because why not? Physical Super Saiyan 2 Kefla EZA. Was that been announced, or? Because that is the thing that should happen at some point. But Get 7 orbs for you, so you get the guaranteed dodge. Yeah, this definitely wasn't a very difficult one. I didn't realise that we had actually gotten to stage 30 and done it already. Would you be happy if Dragon Ball Heroes became an actual series like Dragon Ball Super? I mean, maybe. The problem with Dragon Ball Heroes as the actual series is that because it was only created to be a promotional thing for the card game, the series doesn't really have, like in the actual anime as it exists now, they don't really spend a lot of time like going into the story properly. All it is every episode is basically just hyping up a new fight, which is then quite short, because each of the episodes is basically just to hype up those new cards that have come out. Whereas if they were going to make it into a proper series like Super, then it needs to have a proper, like, bit more in-depth storyline that's a little bit easier for most people to follow. But if they did do that, I think that would be cool, because I like a lot of the stuff in Heroes. So I think they made the right choice to prevent same-name units from linking. It's unfun at the same time. I mean, it does still give you a lot of options. I'm off, got work tomorrow. Keep up the great work, my king. Thanks a lot, Paul. Thanks for coming by. Have a good one. But yeah, like, it just... I just don't... I get that, like, sometimes when something gets made and it's an update and it's good, it could always be better. Like, the units could link, and I don't really care either way, but, like, a lot of people would appreciate that, and they would then think that the update is better. But just having the update to run them on the same team at all is really good, and is better than what we had before, which was just not being able to run them together at all. There we go, jump up to number 2, that's what we want to see. So... what time is it in England? It's just gone 1 AM. So, I don't know how long I plan to stream, but I mean, I recently just got done finishing a set of night shifts. So, I've been going to bed at like 7 o'clock in the morning. So, I'm not really tired. But, we got some other stuff that we can do. So, let me collect these. I won't pick up the sale thing today, but... we're up to 350. I'm obviously saving all these current stones for Saiyan Day because I did get Bojack off of the Pilaf Trove ticket, so we don't need to do any more summons. Now we can get... oh, we've got all those missions for the doing an EZA a certain number of times as well, because sometimes you can just get them done earlier by doing the EZAs that are already out, but I never see the point of like rushing to do those. So, right, but yeah, let's put my tags on, because then we can go straight to INT and then go to 120 leads. See, look, there you go. There's my spare copy of Gogeta at SA5, but I haven't awakened him yet, which I need to do. So first of all, we're gonna EZA the boy. And then spam some training items in here. Summon for Jiren on the Teles banner. The thing is, I'm waiting for, like, every now and then, sometimes, like, on a stream or something, I will make, like, doing a multi a like goal or something like that, but I really do have this feeling that whatever's coming for Saiyan Day is going to be really, really hype. And last year for Saiyan Day, it took me 1,000 stones to get 1 copy of Bardock. So the fact that I could potentially have that issue again this time around, I want to make sure I have as many stones as possible for summoning for the Saiyan Day unit. So you can still run STR and INT UI GOKU on the same team. Yeah, exactly. Like, you can still run the same units, just them not linking. You just have to bring along like a support unit or a really good unit to go in the middle. Like, a good example is for the UI Gokus. You can bring the physical one, the free-to-play one that gets his awakening and like an EZA, because he's a really good support unit. So you can have him in slot 3 and then have your INT or STR UI Goku in slot 1. But depending on the rotation, you might want to put your main UI Goku in slot 2, and then he's going to be next to the physical one, so they're not going to link, But the physical one provides a whole bunch of support and ki just from his passive, so it doesn't really matter as much that they don't link, because just him being on the same turn is providing a buff to everybody. And then obviously you're mainly going to be getting your links active from like the link partner that you're running them with. So change your training location? No. I've got so many training items, I like to just roll the dice and see if I can get the like super success or whatever. Because there you go, got a big success, so now it's almost done. I like to have control over my training items as well. I don't like to auto, because then it will pick to use like whatever random ones. I'm so glad I didn't SA10 and 79% TUR full power Jiren to activate 6 out of 7 links with the LR Jiren. Yeah, definitely not a good idea. Imagine a Marseille and Dokkan Fest for Saiyan Day. Oh, that'd be so good. Have the thing that I've been talking about for ages now, where he... no, we don't... Gabriel, we don't do that here. Insert the King T'Challa meme. We don't do that here. Auto is for people that have no control over their training items. Thought you didn't notice. No, that's cool. I just like to... I've got so many training items that it really doesn't matter. And I know it's one of those things that's not exactly fun to watch, like me awaken the unit on stream, but I'm not going to waste extra resources. Got to Dokkan responsibly, as our boy Toon Rami would say. How in the world do you have so many training items? I mean, I've been playing the game for, what, 4 years nearly now at this point or something? So... But yeah, so we've got GOGETA fully easy aid. His super attack effect is obviously not updated because he's still only super attack 10. So now what we need to do, we need to awaken our boy here so we can feed him in. So, I mean, I'll let you guys decide in the chat. Do we want to do... I can either run through the GOGETA event a bunch of times now to awaken GOGETA and then feed him in. Or we can go and do the Blue Kaioken EZA to awaken the blue Gokus. I might not do both. It depends because I don't know how long we're going to stream. But I'm going to do one of those things. But yeah, I'll let you guys decide which of those things that you would rather see. Alright, well, most of the replies are saying Blue Kaioken. There's one that says GOGETA. Don't want to keep this, but I hate chain battle. I don't care. As much as I hate chain battle so much, I'm just going to be selfish from now on, and I don't care if me having a spare GOGETA helps out the people on my friends list, because it doesn't help me. Yeah, most people have said the Blue Kaioken. So what we need to do then is we need to do... So this one gives you the most bronze medals at a time, so we'll do this one. I can't even remember what team we use for this. Who's the... What team is it for this? Universe 6, okay, so... Oh god, that means we want... Actually, let me just search by Universe 6. Chain battle can get in the bin. Yeah, exactly. Okay, there's a bunch of hits up, so... Let's do that. And then... Would my team have changed since the last time? I guess it doesn't really matter because the early stages is super easy anyway. So. Alright, well, these are obviously going to be pretty straightforward. So. Oh, Goku, you chose the wrong slot to super attack, my friend. 100% chance to dodge. Let's go. So yeah, that's the other thing now as well with the same name update. You can run double tech Cauliflas because you can run the unawakened one. and they can't link together, but you can have one on one rotation, one on the other, and then yeah, when the God event comes out for global, that's a 100% chance to dodge unit on both rotations, which is pretty OP when you think about it. So wow, yeah, that was easy. I actually need to double check how many we need, because you get, is it 4? Yeah, oh, 2. Wow. You only get 2. Ugh. Damn, that's whack. Let me go to... Wait, you're telling me I put the spare one in there, but not the other one? Smart. There we go, let's put the EZA tag. And then go back. Right. Oh, so you only need 2 for the first step anyway. What other anime have you watched other than Dragon Ball Z? Oh god, so many. I'm a big fan of anime, like in general, so I have watched a lot of anime. $24, $40, $24, $24. Oh god. What have we gotten ourselves into, boys? What's the team you're looking forward to making in the same name? The thing is, I haven't thought about it a huge amount. Like, a couple of the units that can go together spring to mind, but I haven't really thought about like specific team builds or anything. I did mention it earlier in the stream, but one thing that I am super looking forward to is being able to use the physical LR Bardock on the actual AGL Bardock team. Because the AGL Bardock team would have been his best team for like link partners and leader skill and stuff like that. But obviously you couldn't run him because he's got the same name as the AGL Bardock. The AGL Bardock... Wow, we got the exact same starting rotation that we got last time. That's crazy. And it's going to go the exact same way they went last time. So, City Hunter I haven't seen. ReZero I haven't seen. I have heard about ReZero. Fairy Tail is okay. I've watched like all of it, I think. It's got some cool moments in it, and I do like some of the OST, but it definitely does have, it has the most ass pull like power of friendship like moments in it, which, because there's the one where it's the arc where they're fighting the evil wizard that used to be from Fairy Tail. He was like the second Grandmaster of Fairy Tail or something. They're fighting him on that island that is the giant tree, and they're all fighting him in his like ship, and they're literally like, all the main characters are all trying to fight him like pretty much at the same time, and they're all getting their ass beat, and then literally Natsu just has his typical like, I have to win because of my friends, and then all of a sudden just wins, even though he's just spent the last like episode and a half or whatever it is getting his ass beat. But yeah, it is good, and yeah, there is a lot of good fan service. EZA is best girl for sure. But yeah, I think Gajeel was one of my favourite characters. I like his design. Surprise, surprise! I like the metal dude with long hair, but I fight for my friends. But yeah, there was that cool, because was it the arc where Fairy Tail's been gone for like 7 years, and then they go to that the like wizard tournament thing, and EZA does that round where you have to fight a whole bunch of monsters, and you can choose how many you want to fight before you like retire and switch out teammates or something, and she just goes in and kills like all 100 of them all by herself, which is sick. It had some really cool moments, like because one of the big things about a lot of anime is when they have a really cool OST for when like a fight is building up and is going to kick off, and they have like that one specific piece of like, this is the hype fight time like music. Fairy Tail has that, I think. Bleach had that especially. Like Bleach is one of my favourite like of the old like big three shonen anime. I'm really actually genuinely really excited for Bleach to come back. because I started watching Bleach when it very first came out. Same with the original Naruto, and not many people had that opinion back then, but I used to like Bleach more than OG Naruto, so I am very excited for Bleach to come back. The filler kind of killed it, because obviously most of the filler for Bleach kind of sucks. Yeah, Laxus is pretty cool. Yeah, Gajeel fan, that's what we like to see. Favorite is Rogue. Yeah, Rogue and Sting are pretty cool. All of the Dragon Slayers, I guess, except Wendy, because we don't care about lollies. But yeah, that's the thing. I like all sorts of anime, to be fair. There's, I like the random obscure ones. I like the popular ones. Like the thing is, right, like I really liked Demon Slayer, and I think it's just the typical thing of like people like to hate things that are popular, but like, you know, I'm not saying it's like the best anime ever made or anything, but I watched the first episode of it when I think there were already like 7 or 8 episodes out. I didn't start watching it straight away. And one evening at work, I watched the first episode and then just binged all of the rest of the episodes in a row. Got to the end of the last one and was like, oh, there's no more episodes. Well, I guess I'm going online and reading the manga, because I just really liked it that much and I wanted to carry on reading it. So, but yeah, like, it's not an anime because it's only been in the manga, but Chainsaw Man, I was a massive fan of that, where I started reading that from literally the first week that came out. That's actually one of the very few manga that I've read literally from like issue 1 all the way up to the end, like actually week to week as it was coming out. And that's been confirmed to be getting an anime as well, which is cool. So Demon Slayer anime was alright, but very overrated. I mean, I guess it just depends on your own personal opinion, because I mean, if you're talking about people saying that it's like the best thing ever made, then obviously, yeah, that is a little bit overrated. But I really liked it. Like, I would easily give it like a 8.5, 9 out of 10. Like, I really like it. So I'm super looking forward to seeing the movie and then like the second season. You must work at a garage or a truck stop to have free time at work. No, I work in IT, so I sit at a desk and work on a computer like all day, so I can sit and do stuff on my phone, which is very convenient for me. So, heard Chainsaw Man was being animated by Mappa. Oh yeah, awesome. That'll be really good then. Yeah, see, the good thing is if you follow the Shonen Jump Twitter account, most of the current series you can actually read them for free on their website, but only the most recent 3 chapters. So then when a new chapter comes out, the previous one, like that was the earliest one that you could read, then becomes locked behind their subscription thing. But you can always read the most recent 3 chapters. So as long as you don't fall 3 weeks behind, you can read the manga for free from their website. Like even things like My Hero. As long as you don't fall 3 weeks behind, you can just read the My Hero manga for free on the Shonen Jump website. So that is very convenient. Yeah, that was cool. Natsu and the dragon fight, that was sick. But yeah, what else? I'm trying to think of some of the ones that I've watched recently. I rewatched Hellsing Ultimate not that long ago because Mrs. Ningen had never seen it, and that show is pretty damn crazy. And they recently just announced they're making they're going to start making an Amazon live action series with the guy who wrote John Wick, so that'll be crazy. I feel like reading Fairy Tail is better than watching it. I did read quite a lot of it as well, because I think I got to the point where the anime had ended, where it was on like a break between seasons or whatever. And did I put the tech one? Oh, I need to remember to actually put like my units in the tags that I want them to be in. Alright, so we did the... Is that all the bronze medals for Goku? I think it is, right? For the AGL one. Black Clover is one that I've never started to watch. I don't know how long it is, but... Right, yeah, so now we're on to the silver ones. So it's quite a lot to do, because obviously... Technically, we have to do the same thing all over again for the tech one. So let me go to... Where's our boy? There he is. And then where's the spare one? Oh wait, the spare one's not going to be in Rainbow, is he? There he is. Well, I haven't even fully leveled him up yet. Black Clover, one of the best shonens in the last decade. See, the thing is, I see people on my Twitter all the time saying that it's very mid. So I don't know what to believe at this point. So let's keep going with the medals for the AGL one. Good writing and characters, and the openings are great. Maybe I'll check it out at some point. It kind of depends how long it is, though, because that's the other problem. Is I don't want to potentially get into an anime and then find out that it has like 200 episodes. That's why I never really watched One Piece. I watched the first couple of episodes once, and then realised that even back then when I tried watching it, there was like 200 odd episodes, and I was like, okay, no, I don't have the time for this. Oh, Goku, you done goofed. Also impressive anime, a lot of hate is from YouTubers who are just toxic. I mean, to be fair, I don't really follow any tubers. The whole meme about like the people from like Annie Twitter and stuff, most of them are just insufferable, so I don't involve myself in that kind of stuff. I believe it's worth watching, airing episode 167. Ooh, that is quite a lot of episodes, but it's easily worth the watch. Good comedy, also with some great action. I might check it out at some point. There's so many series that I haven't actually seen yet, but I can't even remember. Did I check? I can't remember how many I needed for the first awakening for Goku. But don't you need like 2 sets of silver ones, don't you? Let me open up the wiki. Grab these. Right, wiki. Let's go to Blue Goku. So we've just started the Silver Orb quest. So we need 8 and then 12. Okay. It's ending for now at 170, okay. Do you know the anime Banana Fish? I feel like I've heard it mentioned before. Sea Hunter is a realist anime more than others. The main person in Some Jump Force and other jump games. Okay. I think I swear I've heard of it before, but... Wow, this is a very solid turn for you. Only 20 or so manga chapters ahead. Ah, okay. See, I always prefer it when... I would much rather anime goes on hiatus when it catches up to the manga rather than making really bad filler. Because I think that was the big problem with Bleach. Because some of the filler was so bad, the ratings for the show like dropped quite significantly. And I think that's one of the things that could have contributed towards the series getting cancelled, which is a shame because now obviously it's coming back, but yeah, it was a massive shame that the last arc was never animated. I'm just really hoping that they take this opportunity with the anime coming back to address some of the issues with the final arc, like the fact that the ending was quite disappointing. Not the actual overall ending itself, but just the fact that the ending, because it was so rushed, loads of stuff was just like missed out. Like there's a whole bunch of characters that you basically have no idea whether they actually survived or not. But fillers are better than the final anime arc. Wait, for what? For Bleach? Almost all of the Bleach filler was awful. I didn't see the one, I think it was the last filler, the one where the Zanpakuto will like come to life as real people or something, don't they? Like I know very little about it because I haven't watched it, but apparently some of the fights in that are cool. But I deliberately didn't watch the filler. But no, there's some really hype stuff in the last in 1000 Year Blood War, but some of it's just a bit weird. Boruto to 100 episodes of filler. Oof. What's the thing on the internet that you remember from 13 years old? The internet was not really a thing when I was 13 years old, so... The link level glitch you spoke about still works after the update. In fact, Dokkan remember that when you go to aggregate. Yeah, because that's the thing. It's not really a glitch. It's just like it's like abusing the mechanics of the game, I guess. Because yeah, you're getting the link levels, and then you can just quit out so that you don't level up. Like, it's not like the biggest like earth-shattering like exploit or anything. So it's not like a crazy big deal, but it's just the fact that when I made that video, it's because I'd only just found out about it and I thought it was useful information. So literally when my friend told me about it, I was like, oh, that'll make a good video. And then I literally made that video like the next day. So 13 years ago. God, I don't even know. What was I even doing 13 years ago? How old am I? I'm very old. How old do you guys think I am? Some of you probably know, actually. So, I don't think the only time I've ever actually specifically said how old I am, funnily enough, was during like a 5-9 stream when there was a whole bunch of us in the chat. What anime would you say has the best OSTs? Bleach, probably. Well, actually, it's so hard, actually, because there's so many good ones. Because, like, Cowboy Bebop has a really good OST. Naruto has a pretty good one. Like, the sad music from Naruto, the OG one, that always gets you in the feels. 38? That's a little bit too high. Trying to think what else. One Punch Man, like the main theme, is pretty hype, and like the fight music that they play during that. Like the main big fight music, like in the first episode, the fight music that plays when he's having that dream where he's fighting all of the like colossal subterranean people, like that OST is super hype. Right, I don't know how many have we actually been getting per run? I keep getting distracted, like reading the chat and stuff. I haven't really been paying attention to like how many medals we're getting. I don't know who composed the music from OG Naruto, but they need to come back. Yeah, the OG Naruto soundtrack was so good. Extreme Z Awaken. So we need another 4. So that's another what? Another 1 run? Super, I do love obviously when they introduce the, I forget what the actual name is now, but like when Goku went UI for the first time and they introduced that new OST, that was a very hype moment for sure. Having rewatched it, I think it's because it's more like recency bias as well, because I've only just like rewatched it, but the Demon Slayer OST is pretty damn good. And yeah, Fairy Tail. That's one of the things. Fairy Tail's main like theme for when like a big fight is kicking off. That was I always got kind of hyped for that. I think that was good. It's one of the reasons why I like the BoJack OST so much, because everybody says it like it is basically a meme at this point, but the BoJack OST is very reminiscent of Fairy Tail OST. It's quite funny. Yeah, I wonder if the game will, or at least with Global, I wonder if the game is going to go back into maintenance because of the weird stuff that's going on. Because there's a whole bunch of like events that are just not available at the moment. Because that's the thing, right? Like, I'm not going to do any showcases or anything right now, or like on stream. We're going to get we got Gogeta fully Extreme Z Awakened, but like certain, like most of the events are missing to like go into, so I'm not really sure. I'm kind of hoping that maybe what would be ideal for me is if they do some kind of like short maintenance while I'm asleep. That would be really nice. Yo, Alessio, how's it going, my dude? You should play OSTs in your streams. Yeah, I could do that. I would have to download a whole bunch more of them and then actually have like a playlist and stuff, because it's not something I've really done before. But alright, so now we're on to the golds. Let's not forget Disturbed. Yeah, it is funny, some of the fact that the old like dubs of the Dragon Ball movies, they just threw in a bunch of like new metal and stuff that was from around that time. Like I always thought that was super funny that those movies had like Disturbed and stuff like that in it. So right, yeah, now we're on to golds. This is the good thing about, as bad as the friend system is, at least when there's an EZA going on, you can normally find the friends that you need, because obviously everybody else is trying to do it as well. So 12 gold and 12 rainbow. Is it... Do you get 4 each time? I do still have the wiki page up, but... Yeah, so 12 gold, 12 rainbows. Or do you ever play... do you mean Kakarot? I got Kakarot when it first came out. I literally played it for like a weekend and then never played it again. I thought it was very mid. I have COVID, so I'm enjoying your content. Thanks. Hey, no worries, dude. Hope you get better soon. Damn. I wish I had an OST. Well, like you just walk into a place and everyone starts hearing music like coming from nowhere in the background. That'd be kind of funny. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Not gonna lie. It's been a while, but I'm back. World Tournament is going to be easier to grind since it's spring break for me. I'm going for top 200. Nice. Why is SBR and ESBR unavailable? I mean, technically they're unavailable normally anyway, right? Because they're weekend only. But I think they're still unavailable with the keys, which is... it's just because of some weird glitch. I think it's to do with... I saw Truth saying in a tweet that it's potentially to do with the fact they added in the support memory like stuff into the files. And it's kind of like... potentially messed up the game a little bit, but Jerry says love the content. Shout out to you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Did you already finish? Yeah, we already finished GOGETA's EZA because we've been live for just over an hour and a half now. So we finished GOGETA's EZA and now we're doing the we're getting the medals for the AGL Goku from the Kaioken EZA. I will probably stop. I'll probably end the stream once we finish the AGL Goku because it is like 20 to 2 in the morning in the UK, so once it gets to around 2 AM I should probably go to bed, but I want to get this AGL Goku finished. But yeah, it's very weird with all these events missing. Like I was saying, if like I wake up tomorrow and all of these events are still down, like how am I going to showcase GOGETA for a video? It's going to be very weird. What type of music do I listen to? Oh, obviously metal, right? But a whole lot of music, to be honest. I like metal, I like punk, like I even like more sort of pop punky stuff like Blink-182, Fall Out Boy. I like heavy metal and then also not so heavy metal. I like funny comedy music like Ninja Sex Party and like covers and stuff like that. I like all sorts of stuff really, to be honest. Been listening to some like dubstep again recently. I really just like all sorts of random stuff, which I think is better. I think people who are like, I only like this and I don't like any of these other genres, like you're just missing out on a bunch of stuff. So you should always be open to listening to new things, even if you like only one song from like a band that you've never heard before and you don't like any of their other ones. That hey, that's still one new song that you've got that you like. So that sucks. I was about to test GOGETA, EZA in SBR. Yeah, exactly. Like, he's going to be really cool for Super Battle Road, so not being able to do it is super annoying. Yeah, Weird Al. I'm a fan of Weird Al. He's been around for a long, long time. And, yeah, I've heard most of his songs. Do I listen to ska? Not, like, a lot. But I've definitely heard some. Like back when Less Than Jake were first kind of around and had videos on like MTV2 and stuff. Sabaton, I've heard some of their songs. Funnily enough, there's a guy called Jonathan Young who does covers of like anime themes and other metal songs in his own like metal style. And he did a cover of a Sabaton song recently. I think it's called Shirioma, something like that. And it's basically about, like, if you've ever seen the movie The Last Samurai, the song is basically about, like, the last stand of the remaining samurai. And I really, really like that. I've been listening to that song a lot recently. And I actually think his cover of it is better than the Sabaton original one. So, did I do this one 3 times, or is this the 3rd one? Fortunately, it doesn't matter, because even if I have already done it 3 times, I need these medals for the tech one anyway, so... Yeah, this EZA is definitely one of the ones that is in that easier category, because so many of these units get these extra buffs when they're fighting against Pure Saiyans or Universe Survival Saga, which of course this Goku is both. So both the all like the Kefla, sorry, the Kalen Caulifla, the Tech Caulifla, they're so much more useful in this event. Do you any new music from? Not really, to be honest. That's the thing. I don't really like. Because I don't listen to any sort of like radio or radio stations or anything like that. Like, I don't really hear about new music or new bands unless I see other people posting about them. So most of the time I just go back to old bands that like I've listened to for years, and sometimes I'll like Google and see if they've got like a new album or something. But yeah, Ningen, have you ever revealed your real name? I don't think I ever have on like a video or a stream. There's a couple of people in the community, like obviously other creators that I speak to in private sometimes. There are some people who know what my actual name is, but I don't think I've ever like mentioned it on a video or a stream or anything. There's no real reason for it either. I just kind of haven't. I'm just keeping it under wraps for now. But because I remember, like, I think it was in a video that I saw ages ago. I know there was a video that Truth did quite a while back where he showed, I think it was when they were doing like a Facebook campaign thing that was only on Facebook and not Twitter. So he showed like his Facebook page very quickly to show like the Dokkan page update. And obviously, as you guys probably know, like with the layout of your Facebook like homepage, it says your name in the top right corner. So for anyone who didn't know it at that point, that was like the Truth name reveal. Although off the top of my head, I can't remember what it was. So alright, sweet, we got the 12. Ninga's real name is Peter Griffin. I mean, you can try and guess it if you want. I don't know if I would say. Maybe if you got it right, maybe I would say, because I mean, it's pretty hard to guess a name specifically out of all the many names that exist. So I'd be quite impressed if someone actually managed to guess what it was. Alright, so we only need the platinum medals now, or the rainbow medals, whatever you want to call them, to finish EZA-ing the AGL Goku. And then it is going to be bedtime for your boy because it's nearly 2 AM. Brian. It's not Brian. Best not to reveal your name for safety reasons. I don't care about that. I mean, you think about someone like Nano, who has a much bigger channel and has been online for years, has way more people see his videos than see my videos, and he literally starts out his videos by telling you what his real name is. So can we get a hint? Ooh, I don't know about that. The problem is I don't really know what kind of hint I could give that then doesn't make it like super obvious. His real name is Anime Master God. My parents would have had to have been very strange for that to be my real name. I like the fact that my green screen filter is still on my webcam, so parts of my coffee cup are see-through. What am I speculating for Saiyan Day? So, for me, my big thing that I keep mentioning is I really want to see a God Goku that drops down into base and then has the you will not destroy my world like transformation animation to then power back up into Super Saiyan. I think that would be a sick unit. And obviously with the same name update, it means we can still run him and another like God Goku. So like the INT LR God Goku, for example. That would be sick. It's not Joe, unfortunately. There's no Joe Mama joke potential there, unfortunately. But yeah, I think God Goku, a new Broly, maybe. I feel like it's going to be something related to units that we already have because of the same name thing. Although I guess it does seem like now that this big update was nothing to do with the same name thing. Maybe the same name update isn't coming to global for Saiyan Day. It's hard, I guess it depends. The big thing that's going to be really interesting is obviously the fact that they said on that Battle Hour thing that there's going to be a Dokkan Now. So the Dokkan Now is obviously where they're going to reveal like everything. So Daniel, Richard. No one's got it so far, but right, yeah, stage 30 is a little bit longer, so but it's going to be GG this turn for you, Goku, I'm afraid. Might be transforming DBZ Broly. Yep, that would be sick. Because it'd be cool. I mean, obviously the same name update now means that this kind of stuff doesn't matter, but I was thinking if it was going to be, before we knew about the same name update, I was thinking it could potentially be a base form Broly, because we don't have a good base form Broly in the game. Base form Broly who then transforms, like basically, you could even have it so he just transforms on turn 1, but okay. Alright. I didn't use an item. Why did the app crash? Clifford. I was just wondering if you ever revealed your name or not. I didn't mean to start this guessing game. But yeah, I am from the UK. Sean is not Sean. It's not John. John Smith. Imagine if the game has like gone back into maintenance now and you can't get back into it. I mean, fortunately we easy-aid GOGETA, but we're not going to get a chance to do anything with him at the moment, unfortunately. But so we did actually finish the stage though, right? So it did give me the medals. Okay, yeah, it did. Good. So we only have to do it 2 more times. It's not Jacob. It's not Bruce Wayne. Luke not going for the serious guesses, I see. It's not Harry. Somebody else said Harry as well. It's not Harry, no. Right, so 2 more times of stage 30, and then Blue Goku is going to be awakened and ready to go. It's not Nick. It's not Anthony. This is what I was saying about like people trying to guess. You think just how many names there are that exist. Is not Callum. Guy. I guess technically that is a name, but it's not my name. Tommy Hilfiger. Oh. Is it a fairly common name in the UK? I think so. Like, I remember back when I was in school, I don't know what it's called in America. Is it like middle school? When I was around like 12, like to 14 kind of age. I think there was like 3 or 4 people in my like main class that all had the same name, including me. So I guess it is fairly common. I don't know. Somebody has actually guessed it in the chat now, but who? Which is the best Blue Goku? From what I can see in videos, it's the AGL one. It probably is the AGL one. I did a video about it earlier, you should check it out. But there are arguments to be made in certain events, especially long events like the Legendary Goku. You could argue that the physical one is slightly better because he infinitely stacks. And obviously, once you get towards the end of the event, not only is he going to have insanely high defense because of his stacking, but because he changes orbs, when you pick up a whole bunch of physical orbs with him and his defense is insanely high, then he's going to heal you like a ridiculous amount. So I think that is a big benefit for him. So people going off in the chat. But which is it? Someone said must be Dave. Must be Kagyu. Now just the corresponding Vegetas. That's why I need easy A's. Yeah, I really want the Tech God Goku and STR God Vegeta to get easy A's as well. The Goku doesn't necessarily need it as much, but the Vegeta definitely does. Well, I just remembered what Truth's actual name is, and the fact that I forgot what it was earlier should be a hint for based on what some of you guys are saying. Off topic, but can you do more how to prepare for videos? You're the reason I remember to EZA, INT UI, and Free Zone Goku. Well, so I do, for the EZAs, I do team building guides every single time. And then obviously like new Super Battle Road stages. Like if we find out, for example, because I think that's what's going to happen. If we find out with the Saiyan Day, we're going to get the 10 extreme category stages. I'll do like team building guides for them as well. What's Truth Rodney? Yeah, I guess that's the thing, is whether it depends whether you know that or not. It's kind of like a big hint, I guess. Bro, I'd love transforming Super Saiyan Goku from the first Cooler movie. See, the thing is, I really like that movie, and obviously Cooler is kind of one of the main draws in that movie, but like, I don't really think the Goku going Super Saiyan, like, from that movie is particularly memorable, for me anyway. I'm interested to know why everybody's so convinced that it's that. Should I farm EZA Tech Blue Goku's EZA, or is it too much of a grind? Sorry, SA. It's actually not that bad because of the buff that you get for doing the story event, because the story event has one of those things where if you bring a full team, is it movie heroes, you get a much better drop rate. So I did some runs the other day to get my spare AGL Blue Goku up to SA5. And I think I did like 2 runs of the stage that drops the cards, and one of them gave me like 3, and then the next one gave me 2. And then to do the run to get the medals to awaken all of them up to blue, you only have to do the stage, I think it's like 3 or 4 times per character, which is still like a whole bunch of runs you have to do, but... It has to be Nick because Truth's name is Nick. Well, so this is the thing I was saying before, right? When I was saying that I forgot what Truth's name is. It'd be pretty weird for me to forget his name if we had the same name, wouldn't it? At least I think so. Base Goku needs 20 medals. Yeah, and I think you can get, as long as you get like if you've got like a full movie heroes team, you can get like 6 or 7 per run, I think. Three runs per 9 characters, 27 runs. I'm too lazy for that. I mean, at the end of the day, it just depends whether, like, if you've got a ton of spare Kais or whatever, then go for it. But even though I do have a lot of spare Kais, I didn't really have anything else to do, like the evening that I decided to grind up those spare ones. Apart from link leveling, I guess, which is always an option as something to do. But annoyingly, I don't think I have any dupes in the AGL one, but I have the tech one, all paths open, and use like 3 more spares to level SA. Yeah, that's like the it's like the truth bait joke thing. I was never going to be in danger of saying it, don't worry. It's Harry Potter. Are there any good tech characters coming out soon? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe for Saiyan Day. Do you like Ozzy? Not really. He's got a couple of songs that I think are okay. So, are there any, what's up everyone, just running by, I've got to go to sleep now, work tomorrow morning. No worries, thanks for stopping by, Devil Jin. I think we're just going to finish off this run, there you go, and then we can awaken Goku, and then we'll be done for the stream for this evening, as it is. We are literally like 3 minutes away from it being 2 AM, and I probably should go to bed, so... What's your favourite LR on Global and favourite on JP? I mean, Turles is pretty high up there now, because Turles is pretty ridiculous. Turles or Angel Goku is probably like my favourite. Oh, I did one extra run apparently. Oh well, that's fine. We need those medals for the tech one anyway, so that's not the end of the world. Younger version of Dumbledore. But yeah, JP, I don't know. I guess because really the only LRs that are out on JP that aren't on Global are the anniversary ones, right? So even though they're very restricted to the team that you have to run them on, I do think that the Team Universe 7 LR is pretty cool. Although, honestly, I think their animations are a bit mid, or at least certain parts of their animations. Like the bit where they all fire the beam up towards the enemy. Like, I think that looks really odd. But obviously, MUI Goku and SSB Vegeta, being that I am a massive Vegeta fan and I really like that moment in the tournament anyway, I do like that bit. But yeah, let's train in our spare Goku at SA5 so we can get straight up to SA15. And there you go, that is the blue Goku, fully EZA'd and leveled up. So raises attack and defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage. And then attack and defense 100% when performing a super, additional attack and defense 59%, and all allies chance of performing a crit 7%, and attack 20% when all allies attacking in the same turn are Realm of Gods characters. And now that he's EZA'd, let's go ahead and put a sticker on him, because why not? Yeah, it's not bad. Would you say LR, Goku, and Frieza on JP is a top 3 LR? I don't know, maybe. Additional is probably better for him. I think I did his hidden potential system, like, obviously way before we ever... I think I did his hidden potential system before EZAs were even in the game. So, technically, additionals would be better for him. If I ever pull an extra copy, I guess I can do the thing where I change his abilities. Unless it's after the coin update, and then I'd probably rather just sell him. But in fact, let me go to... Let's see if I have any good AGL, like, additional skill orbs. Because I feel like I will use this guy on Realm of Gods quite a lot now. But yeah, I don't really have any... Wow, I don't really have any additional skill orbs. Yeah, look at that. I've got tons of different crit ones and stuff, but I'm not going to give him a level 1 gold additional. That seems kind of pointless. But anyway, yeah, that is going to be it for the stream, everybody. Shout out to all of you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed it. Global, obviously, still, even after the long maintenance, still a bit janky at the moment. So hopefully that gets fixed very soon. I really hope that this item thing is fixed before the World Tournament starts, because otherwise that would be really annoying. But, of course, remember that, yeah, I'll put this up here just to end off the stream on the high note, ready for the World Tournament. So there you go. So shout out to everybody for coming out to the stream. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. I appreciate all of you coming out and hanging out with me, and yeah, hopefully if events are available we'll get some Gogeta and like Blue Goku showcases and stuff up tomorrow, but I guess we will have to see. So thanks for coming out, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.